This place is a graveyard. For some unknown reason, animals come here to die. They say that at night the spirits of the dead wander around and consume the flesh of the living.
Halloween is almost here, and in update 249, the devs have some fantastic treats for us. Now, instead of doing the typical dev kit walkthrough like others do, we did something more legit. We made a mod that allows us to check out much of the new update content coming to the game ahead of time. How cool is that, right? We're next level. This year, zombie wyverns are now a thing. Absolutely disgusting. Take a closer look at this thing. So rumor has it that the zombie wyverns are gonna come out at night and lurk for their prey. Personally, I think it's gonna work a lot like how it did last year. If you remember, we had the DodoRex. That was a fan-made dossier, and the devs created the most monstrous, evil, crazy boss you could imagine. I remember reading the forum posts and people were just losing their minds. They were so upset. How could this thing destroy my entire army of dinos? This is ridiculous. Entire alpha tribes wiped out in a few minutes. It was great. It was beautiful. The carnage. But the thing with the DodoRex was that it wasn't alone. It would lurk around at night, and it would spawn zombie dodo minions. So my theory is that just like last year, we're now going to have the Dodo Wyvern, and the zombie wyverns are going to be the DodoWyvern's minions. By the way, yes, that's actually a thing. Dodo Wyvern. We're gonna have a Dodo Wyvern. This is probably gonna be the new absolutely insane boss battle of Scorched Earth. Now, just a heads up, much of the content that you see in this mod, in this preview video that I'm making here, this is all really early stage stuff. The textures are low res, and indeed, even the Dodo Wyvern doesn't even have any textures at all. So look at the model, don't judge the textures, because these textures aren't even anything. This is just a placeholder texture because we don't actually have the final textures. The Dodo Wyvern, I think, is gonna look pretty darn cool once we get the final textures. Expect to get your entire base one-shotted by this thing. We'll also be getting new bone costumes for the Scorched Earth DLC content. There's going to be a new bone costume for the Wyvern, and this looks so cool! There's a rumor that the Zombie Wyvern skin is going to be a costume that you can obtain. I don't know about that. I mean, we didn't get dodo costumes last year for the zombie dodos, but maybe they'll change it this year. But I actually think that the bone skin looks way doper for the Wyvern. It just looks so menacing. In addition, we're going to be getting a new skeletal Quetzal skin. Take a look at that. That's pretty wild looking, isn't it? A Giganotosaurus skin. And a Jerboa skin. Of course, we got to have the Jerboa skeletal skin, right? That's going to be great. Now, 99% chance that the way you get these skins is going to be a lot like last year, where you've got to go hunt for alphas. You got to go hunt for the bone dinos. And you got to kill them. And if you kill them, you might get the skin. Hopefully they make it a little bit easier this year, because last year it was such a pain. You'd go hunting, you'd finally find one of the bone dinos, you'd kill it, and it wouldn't even have a skin on it. And that was pretty wild, because you had to get the skins to trade in for the witch hat skin and some other stuff I forget. So if the zombie wyvern skin is actually going to be a thing, I imagine that you're going to have to collect the skeletal skins to trade in for the zombie wyvern skin. And that's gonna be hard. I tried so hard last year to get that witch hat. I collected all the skins, I only had one left, and I kept killing the dinosaur, but it didn't drop the skin. And then when I finally got all the skins I needed, guess what they did? They removed the update, so I didn't get my witch hat. I was so pissed. Finally, we have Spoopy Dinos. This is what you saw in the beginning of the video. This is a mod that Wildcard has created, probably to complement the Halloween update. This won't be mandatory, but you can add the mod to your server if you please to give it that extra spoopy vibe, right? And for some reason, the pig is green. I guess because it's dirty. Well, that's about it. And hey, if you're new here, why don't you look around on the channel? I have no doubt in my mind that if you look around, check out some of the other videos on this channel, you too will become a loyal citizen of the Shaft. Also, why don't you go ahead and look at the bottom of that description? We have a PvP and an RP server that you can join right now. Pretty cool stuff. And if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to help make better, doper content, why don't you check out our Patreon? Pretty cool perks and all that stuff. Throw a few dollars if you got it. Help us make better content. Until next time.